Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Today is November the 2nd, and so we're going to be doing messages for each sign for Friday, November the 3rd. After that, we'll do about 5 minutes worth of Reiki, and then after that, we'll have a few minutes for any questions that anybody may have for me. So, let's just get going, shall we? Let's start with Aries for Friday, November the 3rd. Aries, 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 fiery, 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 and fired up. Fired up, very excited, very enthusiastic about something. Fired up means two different things for me, so I think you're going to have manifestations coming in two different ways depending which Aries you are. So for some of you, Friday, you're going to be very fired up, excited. Just can't wait to get going on a project, maybe really putting a lot of energy and effort into a project, really pouring it on, okay? For others of you, fired up means not happy in a big way and letting somebody know about it. Okay. So for some of you, that's what fired up is all about. You're going to be letting somebody know how you feel about what I'm hearing about. I really don't like to say these types of words in a reading, but Spirit is saying that you're fired up about somebody's stupidity. You're letting them know about it. You're just like, it's beyond belief, is what I'm hearing for you. Okay? So, Taurus on Friday the 3rd. What do we have going on here? Hey, Dee Dee. Hello, hello, hello. I am working with the energy, getting it going. Marcy Bonds, glad to see you again, my dear. Good morning. Marcia Knowles, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you as well. Let's look at Taurus. Too, some of that energy, Dee Dee, was for Aries. Aries had a lot of energy when I was feeling into them. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus for Friday. What do we have? Oh, thank God it's Friday is what I'm hearing for you, Tauruses. You guys have been trying to put the pedal to the metal and been very focused all week. And Friday, you're just like, oh, yeah, I'm kind of slowing down on the tracks now. The train is coming to a halt. Maybe not a complete halt, but definitely moving slower towards. You're just happy it's Friday. You're ready for that break, looking forward to that break, and really just not moving with as much energy and focus and determination, really, as you've had for the rest of the week. Gemini, 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 Friday. Okay, Gemini, I'm hearing tweaking it all out for you guys. So, tweaking it all out means a couple of things for me. And I think it's going to manifest a couple of different ways for you guys. Now, when I was in the military and we were trying to make our equipment run as well as possible, because I used to fix air traffic control radar back when that was a thing, which now it's completely outdated. But we used to tweak the equipment. We used to adjust settings and fine tune and make sure everything was maximized. So tweaking something out could be talking about a vehicle, could be talking about a system, a program, could be talking about anything really that you're putting together that has moving parts that need to be adjusted. This is you, whenever you're tweaking something, you're fine tuning it. Okay, so this is not putting it together. This is not doing a major overhaul or a major repair. This is adjusting, doing the fine tuning. So there's something that some of you Geminis will be doing some fine tuning on Friday. Now that we've covered that, let's cover the other thing that comes into my mind whenever I hear Spirit say tweaking it out. Um, I don't know how many of you have run in circles where people have done drugs without actually doing drugs. I don't know how many people that can actually happen to, but I am one of those crazy people who used to draw people to me that were really big on the drug scene. And meanwhile, I'm just kind of sitting across the table watching them lose their frickin' minds and wondering, what the hell am I doing here? So, tweaking it out to me can definitely have drug connotations. Okay. This can be having a hard time getting away from drugs. Maybe you're trying to quit drugs, Gemini, on Friday, and you're really having a hard time with it. You may want to look at what are some alternative things that you can do besides the drugs to help you deal with the side effects of not having them in your system anymore. And for some of you, maybe you're not trying to quit. Maybe you just ran out of money and you're really tweaking because you need some drugs. Hopefully, that's not too many of my Geminis, but I do feel like there's enough here in that situation that it's worth mentioning. Also, for some of you, this may not actually be you. This may be somebody else in your life that is having a major influence on you, because maybe you're doing what I was doing. You're sitting across from the kitchen table from them, just watching them tweak, wondering if they're ever going to tell you the truth about what's up or if it's ever going to be over. So anyway, something about tweaking, whether it's adjusting and fine tuning or whether it's watching somebody that you care about as they really tweak out, I don't know, but coming in for you Geminis, it's going to manifest in different ways for different ones of you, obviously. Now, let's move on to something a little lighter, shall we? Hopefully. We'll see what comes up. Okay, so Cancers for Friday the 3rd. You guys have an attitude that is spreading like wildfire. So whatever is your attitude, Cancer, it's contagious on Friday. Now, for some of you, your attitude is really, really down, and everybody that you come in contact with kind of walks away feeling like, oh, what just hit me? All of a sudden, I want a nap. Or you're really, really up, and everybody that you come in contact with ends up feeling really, really up. The choice is yours, Cancer. Where are you going to be? Are you going to be the up one, or are you going to be one of the down ones? Okay, but whatever's going on, your attitude is contagious, which actually gives you a lot of power, Cancers, because when you have a good attitude and that good attitude is contagious, guess what? A lot of good things happen for you. They happen around you. People are happy to interact with you. They want to interact with you more. There's all kinds of positive repercussions there. So you have the power to decide which attitude are you going to be contagious about. I don't see any upside to being contagious about being mopey. Don't be Eeyore. All right, let's see about Leo on Friday the 3rd. Okay, so what I'm hearing is Leos love the earth. Whatever that means to you guys. I don't know if that means you're going to go camping, you're going to go fishing, you're digging in the ground and doing stuff in your gardens. I don't know. Maybe you're making mud pies. Leo loves the earth. Maybe you're at some kind of protest for something to protect the earth or protect some resident of the earth that really doesn't have a vote or a say-so. Leo loves the earth. However that's going to play out in your life, that's a fun one. I would love to hear back from some of you Leos how that plays out, by the way. Now, Virgos. Excuse me. All right, so Virgos for Friday the 3rd. What do we have coming up for you guys? I'm hearing some crazy things for you guys. I want to see what else I hear before I start talking about that. Okay, Virgos, I just got to go with it because they're not shutting up. Some way you're getting your cherry popped on Friday. All I heard was Virgos, virginity, getting their cherry popped. So I'm sure that not every Virgo that watches me is a virgin, because my age range is not really that age range. I don't draw in a lot of teenagers and preteens. So I'm sure that this is talking for most of you about something that is definitely not of a sexual nature. So there's going to be something that you haven't had experience with before that you're going to be having some kind of experience with on Friday, and it is going to be a brand new thing for you. And whatever it is, once you've experienced it one time, there will be no going back to being Mr. or Ms. Innocent anymore. You're going to want more of it, whatever it is. Not even going to try to guess. You guys will have to tell me on that one too. Okay, Libras. We've got some strange messages coming in this morning. You guys probably think, oh man, I must have had too much caffeine or something. What else comes in for Libras today? I shouldn't say what else. What's coming in for Libras today? Okay, so for Friday, Libras, pedal to the metal. Some of you are going to be traveling. You're going to be getting the heck out of Dodge. Yay, I'm out of work. You may be taking a half day at work. Getting out of town, some of you Libras. For others of you, this is, you cannot wait to get out of work because you have other things that you want to do. And you want to put a lot of energy and effort into them. They don't have to be on the road. They don't have to even be far away. But really, you want to put a lot of energy and focus into them. That's more the pedal to the metal with that. I really feel like whatever this pedal to the metal is, I don't feel like it's work for you Libras. It feels completely recreational. Like, I'm also feeling like whenever you guys get out of work, it's like, woohoo, free. For whatever reason, maybe this has been an extreme week for you at work, but I don't know, maybe that's your attitude every Friday. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've got for you guys. No work for you, celebrating the Astros. And are you celebrating them at home or are you celebrating them on the road? Marcy is our resident Libra here for these broadcasts. All right, let's look at Scorpio while we see what she has to say here. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Going downtown. They canceled school too. Oh, wow. That is a big deal, huh? What, did they win like the World Series or something? That seems like an awful big deal to me. You can tell I'm not a sports person if I'm actually wondering if somebody has won the World Series. Anyway, let's see if I can focus on Scorpio for a second here. They did win the World Series. Oh, well, congratulations to you and your team that you root for. All right, so Scorpio, what I'm seeing whenever I take a look at us is I'm seeing a vine that's just climbing around some kind of metal structure here. So I'm just kind of feeling around for what the heck are we looking at? Okay, so in typical Scorpio style, we are attached to something and we are deeply attached to it. And I think that we are becoming even more attached to whatever it is Friday, whether this is an idea, whether this is a person, whether it's a particular relationship or a particular type of relationship, whether it's, I don't know, whether it's something that we do at work, whatever. We're getting really attached to something and we are like adding to that attachment. And I'm feeling this kind of, I don't want to say sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach, but I am kind of feeling this sort of, oh, what are we doing type of feeling. Like, is this the smartest thing that we could be doing? Maybe we shouldn't be wrapping our vine around this. Maybe we should be like uncurling and trying to get off of this metal rod thing. So I think we're getting more attached to something that we're not really sure if we should be getting more attached to or not. Friday on the 3rd. Okay, let's look on Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what do you guys have coming up here? I heard you guys saying, we are the king of the road. Sagittarius is definitely taking a road trip. Or if you're not actually taking a road trip, it could just be that when you're on the road, you may be the driver that demands everybody else pay attention to what you're doing because you are the king of the road. You might take a couple of lanes at the same time. You might just decide to turn whenever it's really not your turn to turn. People need to look out for you if they don't want to get mixed up with you. Physically, literally, in their cars. This might be a good day to avoid driving, actually, Sagittarius. Being the king of the road with that attitude may not be so hot. For others of you, though, it is actually taking a road trip. And I do mean like a significant road trip. I feel like some of you will be in those little camper homes, you know, with the diesel motors that you're driving down the road in your home. your summer home or whatever, your vacation home. That's the best way to say it. I do feel like some of you are the king of road that way because you've got like some of the biggest vehicles actually out there on the road and you're driving around in them. Please be careful. All right, Capricorns, let's look at you. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Capricorn, I'm seeing like this little, like a little leprechaun, kind of like tipping his hat. Like I actually see Capricorn, the word, in front of me. And then I see this leprechaun like on top of the word, tipping his hat. Top of the morning to you. So I'm just trying to translate that. I think you guys are going to have a day that feels pretty magical on Friday, basically, is what's going on here. And interesting and good. I also think that you should have your eye out for people maybe playing practical jokes on you on Friday. Make sure that you're on your toes for those, Capricorn. Somebody's going to be playing some practical jokes on you. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you guys. Drinking, drinking, drinking from the pool of life. I think you guys are going to be just enjoying life in the way that you normally do. Some of you, yes, that will be very literal, that you'll be drinking. Others of you, though, this is more about feeling really great about the life that you're living and feeling good about that. So we've basically got two groups here. We've got some that are just drinking, 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 alcoholic type beverages, and we've got some that are just really soaking up life and enjoying life and living it to the fullest. And there's definitely two distinct categories of Aquarius there. I would say that most of the people that listen to me, it's going to be not the ones that are drinking, 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 but you know, there might be a few. Most of you, I think, are going to be drinking up life, enjoying life, appreciating it, having some kind of adventure. Okay, so Pisces on Friday the 3rd. I think you're going to have a pretty relaxed day, Pisces. I'm hearing just keep swimming. Dory from Finding Nemo. I think you're going to be moving forward. I do think you're going to have some goals, and it's going to be kind of like, you know, these goals are like way, 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 way out there, so far out there that you know that they're not manifesting today or tomorrow or the next day. You're just working towards them in a very relaxed, casual way. I think you're having fun as you're doing it. Okay? So that is it for all the signs. Now what we have is just time for a little short super micro Reiki session, 5 minutes. If you're watching now, obviously, then you can receive the Reiki energy. If you would like to watch later, or if you happen to be tuning in later, you can set the intention to receive the Reiki then, and it will be just as effective as if you're right here, right now. And I am setting my Reiki as usual for whatever is will most benefit those of you who are receiving the Reiki. If you have a specific need, please feel free to adjust that intention for yourself. Let me get this started. Okay. What else do you guys need to know about Reiki? I guess while I'm sending Reiki, I could actually be a good businesswoman and tell you guys I do offer readings, either 1-question or 2-question readings. Those are pre-recorded. They're audios that I send to you after I actually take a look at your questions. And then I also have live readings, which I do on Skype or on the phone. Those come in 30, 45, or 1-hour increments. And then, of course, I do offer Reiki sessions. The Reiki sessions are where I send you the Reiki energy for an hour. You can either be here or you can be wherever you are for those. And what else? If you're in the local area, of course, I do house clearings or psychic parties. Oh, and I also have addiction relief services, whether you're in the local area or far ways away, either one. So there you go. So right now I'm sending out the Reiki. I can feel Reiki like just surging out of my hands. Somebody is like, I'm receiving that Reiki. They're being a major Reiki sponge, or maybe a lot of you are. I like it. This is why I'm doing this. So sometimes whenever you're receiving Reiki, you can feel different things in your body where the energy is actually shifting. So you might feel different sensations. Some people feel warmth, some people feel cold, some people feel tickles or tingles. Some people feel like they're poked sometimes. I've only had that one once that happened. Sometimes your emotions can change. Your emotions can go up or down during a Reiki session. All kinds of different things. Yeah, a lot of times where you're actually feeling a different sensation can be a good indicator of what type of energy is being adjusted or healed up and where you can expect things to shift in your life after that. Boy, I talked about that energy surging and all of a sudden it laid off. Whoever was surging that energy before, feel free. That's why I'm here. Take it in. Take it in, take it in. Everybody's being so quiet this morning. I'm used to you guys talking to me during Reiki and after. Gotcha, little ODD. Let it all out. Release is a good thing. Okay, that completes 5 minutes of Reiki. Any questions for me while I'm here, guys? Any questions before I pack up my stuff and head on to the next thing? That is fantastic. That's fantastic. So Marcy had a Reiki session yesterday, and we actually weren't even focusing on pain in her ankle at all. But as a side effect, the pain in her ankle, she says, has almost become non-existent. And that's kind of the fun thing about Reiki is that Reiki will take whatever our intentions are and work on those intentions. And then Reiki tends to also, I've noticed, kind of go, oh, well, well, we've got time. Let's work on this thing over here, too. You're quite welcome. That's a little fun thing about the Reiki. I've noticed that if I forget to do Reiki on myself, which doesn't happen very often, I can tell it. I start feeling little aches and pains in my body that I'm like, oh, I haven't felt that in a long time. Little ODD. If you happen to be having like an emotional time over the Reiki, then what you want to do is if you're having feelings, you want to just acknowledge those feelings. You can say, oh, so this is what angry feels like, or this is what sad feels like, or whatever. And then you can release that energy to the universe for healing. Because that's what the Reiki is doing. It's going in to heal up a root around that type of energy. And so when you ask the universe to heal that energy up, then that becomes much easier to deal with. Excuse me, guys. But since no more questions, I'm shutting down now. Have a great day.